Okay,
exists
let's just
outside
get
our
right
own
to it.
timeline.
What if I
It
told
never
you
had a
that the
date,
world you're
so it
living
can
in,
never feel
it
dated.
isn't real?
It's brilliant.
That's the massive question
And that
the
leaves us with
Matrix
this
dropped
final
on us
thought,
over
doesn't it?
2 decades ago.
Brazil seems to
And you know what?
suggest that
It's a
timelessness
question that
isn't
feels
about
more
predicting
real
the
now
future
than
correctly.
ever before.
Maybe it's about
So
creating a
today,
world
we're going to
so
plug in and
specific, so
deconstruct this
true
sci-fi
to its own
masterpiece.
internal logic,
This
that
isn't
it
just
becomes
about
a
a cool
permanent
movie.
part of our
This is
cultural
about a film that
imagination.
literally changed
forever.
how we see, well, everything.
And it all starts with this one question, right? What is the Matrix? This is what kicks off the entire saga. And it's so much more than just a line in a script. It's that splinter in your mind, just like Morpheus said. It's this invitation to, look past the everyday stuff and start questioning what you think is real. And the stakes, they are made crystal clear right from the get-go. This isn't some fun little philosophical debate. No way. The truth is a revelation so deep, so dangerous, it could absolutely shatter your entire world. The price of knowing is everything. So you might be thinking, how does a super philosophical action movie like this actually do at the box office? Well, look at that number. It was a complete phenomenon. On what was a pretty modest budget, it raked in almost $500 million. Nobody saw that coming. It absolutely put the entire industry on notice. But its real legacy goes way beyond just the money. The Matrix completely redefined what an action scene could even look like. I'm talking, of course, about bullet time. You know the one, that insane effect where the camera seems to be moving at normal speed while everything else is in super slow-mo. That became the look for the next decade of movies. It changed everything. And it wasn't just the audiences that were blown away. The industry itself had to stand up and take notice. The film basically swept the technical categories at the Academy Awards, winning 4 Oscars. I mean, that's what solidifies your place as a true landmark in film history, right there. Okay, so behind all the awards and the cool visuals, there's this seriously mind-bending story. So what do you say? Let's take the red pill and see exactly how deep this rabbit hole goes. So here's the big twist. The world we see, that looks like 1999, it's a complete lie. It's a computer program, the Matrix, and it was built to keep all of us quiet and under control. Because in the real world, well, the machines are in charge. And humans, we're basically being farmed, our bodies used as a giant power source. Pretty grim, right? So how on earth did we get here? It's a dark, cautionary tale. It goes like this. First, we create artificial intelligence. Then, surprise, the machines rebel. In a last-ditch effort, humanity scorched the sky to block out the sun, trying to cut off their solar power. But the machines, they're smart. They adapted, and they found a new power source, us. But the story didn't end with that first movie, not even close. It was really just the beginning of this huge universe that grew to include sequels, amazing animation, video games, the whole shebang. So let's keep following that white rabbit and see where it took us. I mean, just think about how deep this film got into our culture. Red pill or blue pill, that choice is now part of our global language. The red pill for the hard truth, the blue pill for, happy ignorance. It's a metaphor we see everywhere, from serious political debates to silly internet memes. It totally jumped off the screen and into our lives. And this thing just keeps on going. After the original in '99, 2003 was this massive year. We got 2 sequels, Reloaded and Revolutions, plus that awesome animated series, The Animatrix. Then, almost 20 years later, bam, it's back in 2021. And guess what? A brand new movie has just been announced. It's pretty clear The Matrix still has us hooked. But as the world got bigger, things got complicated. You can see it right here in the numbers. The first movie, a total home run with critics and audiences. That A cinema score is huge, but the sequels? Look at those scores drop. They became super divisive, splitting fans right down the middle. So what happened? So why the big split? Well, this quote from co-creator Lana Wachowski kind of says it all. The sequels weren't trying to be easy crowd pleasers. They were designed to be deconstructionist. What does that mean? It means they were built to attack everything you thought was true from the first film. They weren't just adding to the story, they were hinting that the original story might have been a lie too. And that whole idea of questioning everything, that's the real key to the whole franchise. It's what pulls us into what Morpheus calls the desert of the real. So now, we're moving past the cool action scenes and digging into the deep philosophical code that gives the series its staying power. See, the Wachowskis didn't just make this stuff up. They were drawing on centuries of philosophy. And the biggest parallel, the one that's like the bedrock for the whole movie, is Plato's allegory of the cave. So in Plato's story, you've got these prisoners who've been chained in a cave their whole lives, just watching shadows on a wall. To them, those shadows are reality. Now imagine one of them gets free and sees the real world outside. He'd probably freak out, right? And if you went back to tell the others, they'd think he'd gone crazy. Does that sound familiar? It's basically Neo's entire journey. And it's also what makes Cypher's betrayal so heartbreaking. He's the guy who saw the real world and chose to go back to the comfort of the shadows. But it's not all ancient philosophy. There's a much more modern idea going on here, and it comes from a book you literally see Neo pull out in the movie. The philosopher is Jean Baudrillard, and he argued that our world is so full of copies and simulations that they've actually become more real to us than the original. It's like the map has completely replaced the territory it was supposed to represent. And this idea of simulation goes even deeper. Academics actually have a fancy term for it: hypermimesis. And what it means is that the Matrix isn't just faking the physical world, the buildings and the cars. It's faking our relationships, our emotions, even our identities. It's creating a digital version of who we are that feels just as real as our actual physical self. So, okay, we've talked about the movie's success, its crazy world, its deep philosophy. But all of this is leading to one last, pretty unsettling question. Is this stuff just in the movie, or is it really about us? Think about it. Back in 1999, the whole idea of living in a simulation felt like pure science fiction. But what about our world right now? We have social media avatars, we have virtual reality, we have AI that's getting smarter every day. That line between the digital world and the real world has never been blurrier. The questions the movie asked aren't just hypothetical anymore. They're part of our daily lives. I mean, we literally create and manage digital versions of ourselves. We spend hours in virtual worlds. We connect with people through screens. The line between our physical self and what the movie called our residual self-image is blurring more and more every single day. The fiction from that film, it's becoming our reality, fast. And really, that brings us right back to the heart of it all. The Matrix was never just about kung fu and cool special effects. It was about choice. It's this challenge asking us to look at the systems that build our reality and to make a conscious decision about what we believe. So that choice, it isn't just for Neo anymore. It's for all of us. Red pill or blue pill?